Hello peeps and welcome back to Modded Minecraft with Nightdagger, episode 13. I'm just logging back into my world. I've done a little bit of stuff off camera. Mostly just collecting rubber. I did go ahead and harvest all of my rubber trees. I've also collected a lot of wood, burned it up into charcoal. Kind of replenished my charcoal supplies here so I'm not burning coal on everything. And I think this episode I want to get into some more Gregtech stuff. I want to get that industrial grinder set up. But in order to do that, we need to do some construction, and we need to get some more power online, because Gregtech is nothing if not power hungry. So, what I'm thinking on the power, I've got 8 furnaces here that I'm not really using for anything. I've got a bunch of empty cells here. I got a bunch of wire. I have a ton of glass now. So let's grab some redstone to supplement that. Let's grab a bit of copper. I did go ahead and smelt all of my copper back down into bars, because while you can nicely turn copper into blocks, you can't get it back nicely. So let's grab ourselves some iron, get our refined out. We'll need some of that. Let's turn these 8 furnaces into iron furnaces. Let's make ourselves 8 batteries, so we need some tin too. Need some wire before we do that. That'll give us a good amount of unshielded wire. Just go ahead and grab some more rubber here. There we go. Lots of cable. Need to make 8 batteries. And we take the iron furnaces, we put some iron up there like that, we put the batteries on top, that gives us generators. And then we put the generators, or put the iron like that, generators in the middle, the glass like this, and the empty cells just like that, and you get geothermals. So we now have a total of 10 geothermal generators. Let's grab some glass fiber, put the cells away, and let's grab all of these lava cells. Back to our IC2 power room. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to set up our geothermal bank over here, along this wall. Yeah, it should work nicely. Now, I'm gonna need to punch a hole in that floor. Hi, Weebles. Actually, no, I don't need to punch a hole in the floor. I want to run the cable across the ceiling here, I think. So, let's run... We're running a cable like that. And then we'll just have it come right across the ceiling. I might change this up a little bit later. I'm not sure how I'm going to like this. And we'll just have it coming right into there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a half stacks. We'll just do this for now. We'll throw half a stack of lava cells in those. Actually, that might have been a mistake, but we'll deal with it. Yeah, I really didn't want to fill up these geothermals. At least not yet. Because I need to get some more power storage in here too. Well, I guess a little bit of extra power won't help, or won't hurt. So, we got these set up. We're ready to go with them whenever. Used to be you could toss them in there, I think, but not anymore. Alright. Let's go ahead and throw this stuff away for now. And I keep forgetting about my sorting system. It does all the work for me. Okay. We need to build this thing. This thing requires a bunch of other things. Specifically, it requires a lot of standard machine casings, which requires a ton of refined iron, requires some circuits, requires some machine blocks or machine frames or sturdy casings. So I think we're going to use machine frames. It's also going to require some refined or reinforced machine casings. These require steel, advanced machine blocks, and advanced circuits. So we'll need 2 sets of these because we need 8 total. And we don't need a iridium reinforced stone. We need standard machine casings. We need 18 total of these. So we're going to have to make 5 sets of these. 5, so we're going to need a lot of refined iron. Let's go ahead and get that going, because at the moment I have pretty much exactly 0. We are going to need some just regular old iron in order to make the machine casings. So let's go ahead and cook up 2 stacks of iron. I really need to get my other iron processed. I've got a ton of iron that I just don't have processed yet in here. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to go get some of that started now. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to get a lot of it going now, through the use of a hopper. Let's head to my thermal expansion workshop. And over here you can see I've got a pulverizer and an induction smelter. Well, that's not really going to do me a whole lot of good, is it? I need to have a pulverizer and a regular furnace. Well, I've got this over here. I know I have the regular furnace. Oh, I've got a rolling machine in here now, by the way, too. I know I've got a regular furnace, which I believe I went and left in my warehouse, over in my thermal expansion chest. Yep, powered furnace. And I've got some redstone energy conduit, so let's go ahead and make a small change in that room real quick. Par for the course. Forgot something. Let's grab a chest. There we go. Knock a hole out of the floor. Place conduit. Come over here, where we will pick up the pulverizer. And we're going to put the pulverizer down over here. We're going to route the output for the pulverizer to that side, just like that. We're going to put our powered furnace over here. We're going to route the input in from this side, and the output to this side, and over here we're going to put a chest. On top of this, a hopper. In the furnace and in the hopper, a crap ton of iron. This will now nicely cook up all of this iron for us and deliver it right into here for us. We can now walk away, come back later, and get all the good stuff. We'll split up a stack of charcoal amongst the furnaces. That way if I need to cook anything else later, more glass or whatever, I got plenty. And let's go ahead and get started on the machine casings that we need for this thing. We need to make 5 total sets, so we're going to need 5 machine frames. That's going to require 5 gold, 20 iron, and 20 glass. Over here, split this up just like this. That gets us our machine frames that we need for it. Put this away for now. We're also going to need twice as many circuits. So, over here, we're going to request 10 electronic circuits. Missing 5 refined iron. We can fix that. We can fix that. Try it again. There we go. Request in, request successful, good to go. By now we should have enough refined iron to do this. And if we do this, we should get standard machine casings. Plenty of them. We'll put our metals away, and now we need to get the reinforced machine casings. These require the advanced machine blocks. We need 2 sets, so we need 16 refined iron. We're also going to need 4 carbon plates and 4 advanced alloy, which I made up ahead of time. That gets us our machine blocks. And that gets us our advanced machine blocks. We're also going to need 2 advanced circuits for each one. Well, our machine doesn't know how to make advanced circuits yet, but it knows how to make regular. So we'll request 1 regular circuit, and then we'll pull out 4 electrum, 2 lapis, and 2 glowstone, which we already know we can use to upgrade that 1 circuit into 2 advanced. Over in our metals chest, we're going to grab our steel. And in here, we're going to go the advanced machine block with the advanced... Oh, we need more of those. Let's grab 1 more circuit. 2, 2, 4. There's a skeleton somewhere in the neighborhood. There we go. 2 advanced circuits, 2 advanced machine blocks, and now we need to burn off a lot of our steel. That gets us our reinforced machine casings. Let's put those away. Now we have all of the machine casings we need. We just need 1 more item. To do this, we need a bucket of water. We also need to pick this thing up. A quick stop by our thaumatorium for water. I'll explain this later. Maybe not this episode, but later. And up to our Gregtech room. Let's find a good place to put this. I think what I want to do is I actually want to embed it into this wall right here. There's a reason for that, and I'll explain why in a minute. I want to have my industrial grinder, I think, be right, let's see, I think I want to have it be right here. No, right here. That's where I want the industrial grinder to be, alright? So we're going to need to punch out this wall. Now I'm also going to pick up the grinder. I'm going to put a piece of cobblestone there as a reminder of where I want it. We need to knock a hole in the floor and the wall because we need to build this machine casing. We're going to use standard machine casing to make a square on the ground. We're going to use reinforced machine casing to build this. We're going to put the bucket of water in there. We're going to bore a hole in here, and we're going to use our standard machine casing again to do that. Before, when we put the industrial grinder down, it had a red light on the front, and if you interface with the machine, it said incomplete machine casing. This thing up here says the top has to be the gray ones. This has to be the dark gray ones with a blue one in the center and the green one on the front. The green one is the machine. And then this one has to be the light gray ones again. Well, that's what we've done here, so if we take our industrial grinder and place it right here, as per the schematic, we get a green light and our industrial grinder is online. Now, why did I do this the way I did it? Well, that's easy. This machine casing is capable of supporting more than one grinder. I can build a second grinder and put it here later. It's a pretty neat setup. You can actually have up to 4 grinders running off of a single machine housing like this. Remember the industrial electrolyzer? How I was getting mercury cells out of that? Well, we're about to use those mercury cells. However, we need to route power to this guy first. This guy is also capable of using medium voltage current. Matter of fact, he pretty much requires it. Gregtech machines, by and large, do not work like you expect Industrialcraft machines to work. An Industrialcraft machine, if you have it hooked up to power that is less than what it requires, it will finish the job. It'll just do it really, really slowly. Like if you have say you have a furnace that's set up, and say the furnace requires, oh, this is total overkill, but say the furnace requires 4 EU per tick to run. If you're only feeding 1 EU per tick into that furnace, it will eventually cook the stuff that you throw in it. It'll just take a lot longer, about 4 times as long. Well, Gregtech machines don't do that. If a Gregtech machine is in the process of doing something and runs into a power shortage, it starts over. So, that's what I meant earlier when I said that Gregtech is extremely power hungry. You don't want to have a Gregtech machine that runs low on power, because if it has a power shortage coming to it, you're going to know about it. And you're going to know about it because it's going to choke. And when it chokes, bad stuff's just going to happen. Just don't do it. Don't let it happen. Now, with this in mind, I actually do want to make a change to the wire layout that I have under this entire thing. And I totally forgot my Industrialcraft wrench, which I'm going to need for this. I'm also probably going to want some scaffolding material in order to save on my backpack. And also because I'm going to have to use my backpack when I'm using the wrench, which means I can't be flying to do this. Now, remember what I said about this thing being power hungry? I'm thinking it's probably going to be a good idea. Yeah, the Digmaster 2000. I like that. I'm thinking it's probably going to be a good idea, and I'm not wearing my rubber boots, so I need to be really freaking careful here. What I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to have a high power line running out here, and then I'm going to individually split these things down. I'm going to transform them at the source of the item that needs it. And actually, that shouldn't even be necessary. As long as I have power that is capable of producing, yeah, that's not necessary. Heck with it. That's just going to make things more complicated than it needs to be. So for right now, we'll just park ourselves right here. We'll run our power cabling. We'll destroy the scaffolding, which I didn't really need. Come on, get up there. Thank you. And connect this thing to power. Put our flooring back in. And our grinder has power. So, let's go get ourselves something to grind. Let's clean up our inventory first. Put the conduits away by hand because it doesn't know where to put them. We'll go ahead and put the standard machine casings away. I'm going to grab the mercury cells that I've cooked up earlier. We're going to dump off the dirt. Dump off the cobblestone. May as well dump off... We may as well just dump off most of this crap. I'll throw all that stuff in there too. And in our unusual ores chest, we're going to grab our sheldonite. We're also going to grab a handful of empty cells, just in case we need them for something. And we're going to head back to our Gregtech room. And in our industrial grinder, we're going to put our sheldonite and our mercury. It's quickly going to burn up a lot of our sheldonite, it's going to burn up a lot of our mercury, and it's going to throw some platinum, some nickel, some iridium, and some empty cells at us. That is a lot of platinum. There we go. We've cooked up pretty much everything that we can at the moment. That got us a significant amount of nickel, which is otherwise a pain in the ass to get a hold of. It got us a little bit of iridium ore, which never hurts, and it got us a lot of platinum, which is used for some pretty cool stuff too. But we quickly ran out of mercury. Well, how do you get mercury? You can get mercury by centrifuging redstone, which gets you a good amount of mercury, or you can get it by electrolyzing cinnabar, which gets you a little bit of mercury for the cinnabar. Those are the only two ways to do it. Long story short, we need cinnabar. There's only one place to get cinnabar, other than a dense ore world, which we're totally not doing this world or this episode. And that would be the Nether. Let's put all of our stuff away, and let's go nether hopping. Just for a bit. If you come out here, and you take a look around, you see that... Whoa! You see that ghast? I need to switch my mode. Hover mode's disabled. Oh crap, I'm not wearing my boots. Come here, you bastard. Aerial combat! Come back here, you can't escape me! You can't escape! You can't run, I will mine your dome! Mine your dome! Gotcha. I even got him with a ricochet. Alright. This thing is getting dangerous. Let's take that off. We'll want to keep it on hand just in case we need to do some flying, but it's a little too eager to send me flying up into the air. This here is cinnabar. When you break it, you get cinnabar dust. You also occasionally get redstone. This stuff is everywhere in the Nether, so if you need cinnabar, don't mess around with dense ore worlds. Just come around the Nether for a few minutes. You'll get all you need. Here's another patch of it. That was just a small patch. Avoiding the lava. There's some more. A lot of it, unfortunately, is in the ceilings. I don't feel like going up there. Now, I'm going to be getting about half as much mercury as I have cinnabar. So what would really be ideal is to gather a couple of stacks of crap. Because that'll give me at least a stack of mercury, which will give us a lot of ground sheldonite. I'm going to want the jetpack in hover mode here. There we go. We'll come up here. Never hurts to have a little more glowstone. Oh, there's a good patch of it over there. There's magma slime. No magma cream. Here's a long netherrack bridge that I built for something. Can't even remember what now. I think it might have been to reach that fortress that I've got tagged over there. Alright. I think that's going to be about it. Come up here and grab this. Yeah, this is a good patch of it right here. This will be plenty. Block that off. And we'll fly down, pick up all the good stuff that we dropped down here, and run away from the ghast. And back into the warehouse. Dump off the redstone and the glowstone and the netherrack. And we'll go start electrolyzing this cinnabar. That I am going to need some empty cells for. We'll pop into Gregtech here. And throw the empty cells and the electrolyzer and the cinnabar in there. And this process is pretty quick. It only uses one cell per, so we don't have to worry too much about it. We'll leave that to go for a moment because there's one more thing that I want to build this episode. I'm finding myself using electric tools a little more often, like I've been using my drill a little more recently, and I do intend to upgrade this thing sooner rather than later. Now, I'm going to need some titanium to do that, but I'm getting close to the point where titanium's not too far out of the realm of possibility. So, I need more power than this stupid little backpack that I have in here. Well, let's go ahead and make ourselves a lap pack. Or actually, wait, let's not. Because you see, Gregtech does have one nifty toy that it adds that makes the lap pack a little bit obsolete. If you were paying close attention earlier, you'll notice I've got a few more different types of cells in here when I looked in my Gregtech chest. In here, I've got sodium cells, silicon cells, and lithium cells. We're going to take our lithium cells. We're also going to need a bit of rubber for this. We're going to need, if I remember correctly, some aluminum. And we're going to need some gold. Not much gold. We're going to make ourselves some 2x insulated gold. and we're going to make ourselves some lithium batteries. Well, lithium batteries are made using aluminum ingots, 2x insulated gold cable, and lithium cells. Let's make ourselves 6. There we go, 6 lithium batteries. Well, you can also make a lithium backpack by combining an advanced circuit component, an aluminum ingot, and some lithium batteries. Well, we just need an advanced circuit for that. Let's request ourselves a circuit. And grab the traditional 2 and 2 and 4. 4, 2, 2, 1. Circuit. Aluminum and lithium batteries gets us the lithium backpack. Flat pack, maximum capacity 300,000 EU. Lithium backpack, maximum capacity 600,000 EU. This thing is the equivalent of 10 of these, which is pretty awesome if you ask me. Let's head to our IC2 power room, where we've got a good charge built up in our MFSU, and let's charge our lithium backpack. Then, up to Gregtech. Wherein here, we've got 32 mercury cells waiting for us. We'll start centrifuging some of that, and we'll start grinding some of our sheldonite. Now, there's a lot of other things that you can use in the grinder and the electrolyzer, and we'll be getting to those in the not terribly distant future here. Big thing that we're going to need to start focusing on soon is titanium. Titanium, you can use UU matter if you happen to have an excess of it to get a little bit of titanium. But the biggest way to get titanium, let's see, I guess you have to get titanium out of titanium dust. Tiny piles of it. Which that you have to get from an industrial electrolyzer electrolyzing bauxite. Now, this uses a lot of power. It takes about 100 seconds to process 12 of it, and that only gets you enough for half of a bar of titanium. So, we're looking at a pretty heavy usage of bauxite to get titanium, and a pretty heavy power consumption. Which is why I started working on all of those geothermals that I have down there. Pull out some more mercury, throw that in there, pull out all of this stuff. We've got a good amount of platinum dust now. Top off our empty cells. Nab that sulfur. All that sheldonite that we got paid off. Alright, now, we also want to be able to do something soon with all of this iridium that we're getting up. Well, in order to use iridium, you have to make it into iridium plate. Iridium plate now requires a new process. You can't just take it and combine it with advanced alloy and diamonds and get iridium plates. It actually has to go through a process now. That starts with an iridium alloy ingot, which is the iridium ingot, the advanced alloy, and diamond dust, not diamonds, you have to use diamond dust, and a rolling machine to get one. After that, the iridium alloy ingot has to undergo a process. This uses a device called an implosion compressor. The implosion compressor is 4 alloy plates 2 advanced machine blocks, a compressor, and 2 standard components. Let's go ahead and see if we can whip one up before we run out of time this episode. Weevils, now is not the time, kitty. Let's head to the warehouse, get ourselves some coal, because we need some more plates. We'll just start that macerating up. Alright, we're also going to need a compressor, which means we need an advanced machine block. And we're going to need a regular electronic circuit. There we go. 1 electronic circuit. We're going to need 6 smooth stone, of which I have exactly none. Is it cheating? Yes. Do I care? At this moment, no. I really don't. Oh, that essentially did nothing, because I didn't get the smooth stone for it anyway. Damnation. Remember earlier when I said that the wand of equal trade gets you exactly what you would get for mining the block? Yeah, well, funny thing, if you mine cobblestone, or if you mine smoothstone, you get cobblestone. Sometimes I'm an idiot. We need some advanced alloy, which just so happens I have a whole bunch of it actually crafted up over here. We're going to need 8 plates of it total. By now, we're probably about done macerating enough of this stuff to do some good work. Yep. Throw those in the compressor. And I did put some overclockers in these things, by the way. The slow speed was about to make me rage. And voila. 6 carbon plates. Back to the warehouse, where I'll also pull all of the other refined iron that I had out. And we need 3 machine blocks, 2 of which are going to get turned into advanced machine blocks. By now my stone is done, so we'll put our circuit, our machine block, I can never remember which way this goes, just like that, to get our compressor. Check the recipe again, and you'll see that we need 2 standard components. So we need 2 more regular old electronic circuits. We'll start piecing this together. And now we're just waiting on circuits. There we go. Advanced circuit, implosion compressor. This guy is pretty cool. He runs off of low voltage, so you have to make sure to connect him to a low voltage line. And wait, what's this red light? That's right. Damn you, Gregtech. This is a stack machine. We need a total of 8 standard machine casings and a crap ton of reinforced machine casings. Damn you, Gregtech, for being so expensive. Yep, guess what we're doing next episode? This has been Nightdagger with Let's Play Modded Minecraft, episode 13. Episode 14 will come back and we'll get the implosion compressor going. So, hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. Hope you guys are kind of feeling the frustration when I'm having to build stuff like this in order to do awesome stuff. But, you know what? In the end, it's worth it. I'll catch you guys next time.